Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss some important problems on LPP problems and 5 marks problems. Okay. ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 pages ಒಳಗೆ MCQನ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೀವ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯುವರ್ priority, so touch the part B, part C, part D or part E as you are convenient. So if you touch part D, it is having a 5 marks problems. Out of 9 you have to answer any 4. Next part E having 10 marks problems. One is 6 marks, one is 4 marks. So today I am going to solve 6 marks problems and 4 marks problems. Next I will go with part D. Okay, as you know, part E one question is having on LPP and another one is on the integration by some properties. Okay, so better that is LPP, as you know already. It is having some number of inequality equations. By that you have to find the corner points, then you have to substitute that corner points in the objective function. As you know, the z is equal to ax plus by is the objective function. So therefore, I will go with some 6 marks problems. I will take one question. Wait. I am taking some model question for now. Is my voice is audible to you? Hello. Okay, now I will go with the 6 marks problem now. I will take the linear equality equations now. It is having two equation, and one is constraint, that is in the first quadrant where x and y are greater than or equal to 0. So that one I will write now. One is, as you are seeing here, so one is inequality equation. I will write the inequality equation now. ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತಿದು ಬಂತಲ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. Now I will solve the 46th question. Part E is having 46 question now. So part E is having 46 question. As you know, the objective function is they are asking to find the maximum and minimum value of the constraint. The objective function is z is equal to 3x plus 9y, and the subject constraint that x plus 3y is less than or equal to 60 and x plus y is greater than or equal to 10 is there. Another one is x and y, where x is less than or equal to y is there. Three equations they are given, and another one is the commonly x and y are greater than or equal to 0. So based on that, I will solve the question now. Okay. Now I will take the board now. I will consider the objective function as z is equal to 3x plus 2y. Okay. Z is equal to 3x plus 2y, and objective functions are, or constant equations are, x plus 2y less than or equal to 10 is there. Another one is 3x plus y is less than or equal to 15 is there. Another equations, only two equations are there, where x and y are greater than 0. First you have to know that whenever they will give less than or equal to, so automatically, as you know, the equation is always true. By the true options, you have to go with the considering the in the origin side. So first solve the two equations now, then we get the objective function, then solve it. So now x plus 2y is equal to 10 you have to consider. By taking 10, so find out the points on the axis now. Where x is 0, automatically y becomes what? 5, and y is 0, automatically x becomes 10. If both are 0, means x and y are 0, by the first equation, if both are 0, x is less than or equal to 10 will come. So automatically the inequality equation is 2 now. So the true and false meaning is, when it is true, the visible region or the shaded part comes towards the origin. If it is false, it goes to the away from the origin. So this is the first equation. Next you have to consider the second equation, 3x plus y is equal to 15 now. When x is 0, now, so automatically y becomes 15. When y is 0, automatically x becomes 5, because 3x is equal to 15 means x becomes 5. So again this also having less than or equal to 0. So when both are 0 now, so automatically the 0 is less than or equal to 15 will come. So automatically second equation also becomes a true reason. By considering these two, you have to plot a graph now. So the plot of the graph will be having in the first quadrant itself, because of the x and y are greater than or equal to 0 is there. So therefore you have to consider in the first quadrant. So I will consider the first equation now, where x is 0, y you have to consider 5. So I will consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5 now. Next, second point I will consider, when y is 0, x becomes 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So second, by taking these 2 points, I will draw the graph now, means line. This is the first one, where x is 10, y is 0 here. Here x is 0, y is 5 now. So the first line, and I will go with the second inequality equation now, that x is 0, y becomes 15 now. X is 0, y becomes 15 means 5 is there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The second point will come when x is 0, y becomes 15. And if y is 0, x becomes 5 itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So this is a 5 is 0 now for the second equation now. By taking the second inequality equation, draw a second line now. So these are the two lines now. If both are true now, the feasible reason comes towards the origin now. So it is also true now. Now this one also true. First line also having a true part. But what happens for the first line? It becomes false. For the second line, it becomes false part. We required the both are true now. So both true reason is this one. Both reason is true this one. So therefore, don't consider this part and don't consider this part, because if it is first line is false, second line is true. Next here the second line is false, first line is true. But we need both are true. So therefore, the feasible reason is nothing but now this part. So go with the shading the part. This is called as the feasible reason. By taking the feasible reason, you will get the corner points now. 1, 0, 5. Second, this one, as you know in the graph, you will get third point, and always the next one is origin now. So 3 points you will get here. By considering these 3 points, first make a 3 columns here. One is corner point. One is corner points. Next one write on. Next one write on objective function. The objective function is 3x plus 2y, and you will get the value here. So make a 3 reason. So one is corner points, second column is objective function part, the third one is the value is whether the minimum or maximum is you have to identify. The first point I will consider 0, 5 now. So mention it as A. A is 0, 5 now, where x is 0, y is 5. The second point is intersecting point, where both the lines are intersect each other here. If you are not getting by the graphical method, you can go with the analytical method also. But better one is you go with the graphical part. It will take a minimum time. So now I will go with the analytical part now. By considering the both equation, you will get the where x plus x plus 2y is equal to 10 here, and second equation is 3x plus y is equal to 15 is there. So by these 2 points you have to get the corner points now, means intersecting point. So now here you have to multiply with the 2 here. So automatically what happens, 6x plus 2y is equal to 30 comes. So now by subtracting the equations now, plus 2y minus 2y get cancelled. Next 1x minus 6x becomes minus 5x. So is equal to 10 minus 30 becomes minus 20. So automatically x value you get as 4 now. X value as 4. If x is 4 you have to subtract here by the first equation or by the second equation, we get the y value also. If x is 4 now, because 5x is equal to minus 20 means minus minus get cancelled, 5x equal to 20 now. x becomes 20 by 5 is x equal to 4. So now substituting x value in the any one of the equation, 4 plus 2y is equal to 10 comes, so automatically 2y becomes 6 here, y becomes 3. So this corner point you will get as in the graph, or it may be the analytical method, you will get the intersecting point. The second point becomes now 4, 3. If the corner points are correct, means then only you will get the correct maximize and minimize value. So therefore B point becomes 4, 3, and the C point is already you know, that is 5, 0 now. So now by substituting these values in the objective function, the z becomes what? 3x. X is nothing but 0 here, x is 0 here, so automatically 3 into 0 0, so 2 into 5 is 10. The first value comes 10. The second point is z is again 3 into x is 4, 3 into 4 becomes 12, and 2 into 3 becomes 6. So second value becomes 18. And the third one is z is equal to x is 5, so 3 into 5 is 15 here, so automatically we will get three values here. One is 10, another one is 18, another one is 15. So by this three value automatically we will get which one is higher, means higher value, that one is a maximize, and which one is a lesser one now, so automatically this is a minimum value, that is a minimize. Understood? So this way you have to find out the maximize and minimum values by the inequality equation. So this is having a for 6 marks. Compulsory you have to draw analytical part in the your answer book, and compulsory you have to draw the graph in the graph sheet itself. By the graph sheet, by drawing the graph you will get 2 marks, and by the calculation this two having 2 marks, and by getting the maximize and minimum value you will get 2 marks. So totally 6 marks is very easiest part in the part E. Part E volaga easiest part. Okay. So now, so again I will go with the second one now. I will go with the second part now. So first question I solved now. Okay, the second question is here. It is having a 3 inequality equation now. I will solve that one also. Then I will go with the 5 marks question. The second one is x plus 2y. If they give only two equations, means one is the commonly constrained equation that lies in the first quadrant. So other than that, if it is having two equations here, if it is having a two equation, that is easy. Okay, if they give another one, means that is always having a identity function, means always move with the origin itself. So that part is most important here. When they give two equation, that is easiest part. Okay, the next one is having a 3 equation now. That one also I will solve now. Next we will go with the 5 marks question. So next, so second one I will consider now. X plus 3y is less than or equal to 60 is there, and x plus y is greater than 10 is there. Okay, so what happens when it is less than or equal to 60 is there, means less than means it is always true function, means when it is having a greater than or equal to, it is a false function. So this way The third one also they are given as x is less than or equal to y is there. And the last one, you know the constraint, that is x comma y is greater than or equal to 0. So commonly that is lies in the first quadrant. Now by considering this one, again we have to find out the corner points on the axis now. So one is x plus 3y is less than or equal to 60 is there, means you have to consider equal to 60 only. Equal to 60 only. Then find the corner points or intersecting point on the axis now, where x is 0, y you have to find out, y is 0, x you have to find out. So I will consider first x is 0 now. If x is 0, 3y becomes 60. If a 3y is 60 means y becomes 20. Next, if y is 0, automatically x becomes 60 now. If both are 0 now, if both are 0, automatically the 0 is less than or equal to 60 comes, so automatically the equation, inequality equation is true now. This is the first part. Same way you have to find the second one also. X plus y is greater than or equal to 10 is there, so consider equal to 10 first. So automatically when x is 0, y becomes 10. If a y is 0, x becomes 10. If both are 0 now, so automatically what happens? 0 is greater than or equal to 10 comes. If a 0 is greater than or equal to 10 means automatically the statement is false now. Mathematical statement is false. Automatically it goes away from the origin. So next, third one is identity function here. X is less than or equal to y is there, means automatically that becomes x equal to y. If x equal to y means how the x changes, automatically y changes. If x is 0, automatically y becomes also 0. If x is 5, y becomes 5. If x is 10, y becomes 10. So on. Here you cannot find the true or false reason. So only how to consider the points now to draw a straight line. Okay. So now considering the three inequality equation now, I will draw the graph now. The fourth one is always what? First quadrant, because x and y is greater than or equal to 0 is there. Now I will consider the first equation now, where x plus 3y is equal to 60 is there, where x is 0, y becomes 20 now. I will consider the scale as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. Same way in the x-axis also. X is also 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. You have to consider a scale as in the both x-axis and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. Okay. So now x is 0 now, y is 20. So mention the first point now. X is 0, y is 20. Next one is y is 0, x becomes 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and the second point is 60 here. Means this is 60 is 0. The first point is 0, 20. First point is x is 0, y is 20. Now taking this one, draw the line now. Draw a line, first line. Next one is when x is 0, y is 10 here. So this point is also 0, 10 now. Okay. The second point is also y is 0, x is 10. Now draw the second line. This is the second line now. Next, what happens in the third one? X is less than or equal to y is there. So as you know, x is 0, y is 0, x is 5, y is 5, x is 10, y is 10, x is 20, y is 20, x is 30, y is 30 and so on. So automatically that is the identity function. It is always move in a 45-degree direction. So this is nothing but x is equal to y. This line is nothing but x is equal to y. The first one is x plus 3y is equal to 60. The second line is x plus y is equal to 10. So this way you have to mention in a graph, because to get the full mass. Okay. Now here the first one is true now. The second one is false. So I will only mention the true part now. This is a true part. This is a true part by the first line, because it is true here. The second one is false here. I will mention the false part, and it is also having a false part. So there are two true and false part are there now. How to identify which one is correct one now? Whether this is one or this one, quadrilateral. There are two quadrilateral are there. One is small quadrilateral, another one is bigger quadrilateral. Next, by considering that which one is the correct one, by the third equation you have to identify that which one is the correct part. Here the third part is, third equation is x is less than or equal to y is there. So here you have to mention 2 points here, nearest y-axis, nearest x-axis. 2 points you have to consider. By that 2 points you have to identify one, whether this part is correct or this part is correct. Which one is the correct feasible reason. But here they are mentioned as both are same here, but x is lesser one compared to y. So here when you compare it, x is a lesser one when x is mentioned here, or if you consider x value, automatically y is greater one. But here what happens, x is a bigger one, y is smaller part, so this part is vanishes now, means this part is not a correct reason, means x is smaller one as compared to y now. So this is the part where x is smaller one, y is bigger one. So this part you have to make it a shaded part. This part you have to make it a shaded part. If of course if x is greater than or equal to y, means you have to go with this reason, the second reason. But now the x is less than or equal to y is there, so therefore you have to go with this reason. The 2 points already is there, A, this point is B now, this point is C, and this one is D. So when they give 3 equations, means this 3 equation, one is already constrained, that is first quadrant, automatically the 4 points comes A, B, C, D. By considering these 4 points, A, B, C, D points, you have to find the objective function, means you have to substitute in the objective function. So the corner points are now, CP means the corner points are, A is here 0, 20, B is here, you have to find the B part now. B part becomes automatically, by analytical method, if you substitute that one in the first part, so x is equal to y, means automatically that becomes 4y is equal to 60. If 4y is equal to 60, y becomes 15. If y is 15, x also becomes 15. This point is 15, 15. Understood? The B point is 15, 15. X value is also 15, y is also 15. What about the second one? If x and x plus y is equal to 10, you have to substitute x equal to y now. So automatically 2y becomes 10. If 2y is equal to 10, y becomes 5. If y is 5, so this point becomes 5, 5. The C point also becomes 5, 5. The D point is on the y-axis, that is 0, 10. So by taking these 4 corner points, you have to substitute in the objective function. The objective function is here. Z is equal to 3x plus 9y. 3x plus 9y is there. So that objective function is nothing but 3x plus 9y. These 4 corner points you have to substitute in the objective function, then you can analyze the maximize and minimum point here. So z now, x is 0, y is 20 now. If x is 0 means 3 into 0 becomes 0, but 9 into 20 becomes, 9 into 20 is 180. The first one is 180. Okay. The second one is now z is equal to, x is also 15, y is also 15. 3 into 15 is 45. 3 into 15 is 45. Next 9 into 15 becomes 135. So automatically that value also again becomes 180 itself. 135 plus 45 becomes 180. The third point is 5 here. 3 5s are 15 now. Again 9 into 5 is 45. 45 plus 15 becomes 60 here. The third value is 60 here. Again the fourth value is z is equal to x is 0, y is 10 here. So 9 into 10 becomes 90. The fourth value is 90 here. So automatically these two is having a maximized value now. So you have to write the maximized value now. The maximized value is 180, but you have to mention the corner points. In the corner points, both you have to mention. One is 0, 20, and another one is 15, 15. For the two corner points, the value is 180 here, and the minimum value is 60 here. 60 in the corner point, that is 5, 5. So this way you have to find the maximize and minimize value here. Okay. Understand the concept? The two problems are mean fix. One is LPP. One LPP, they may be having two equation, or that may be having three equation. Both the problems I solved here. Only the numbers are different. The concept is same as you told in the class itself. Now it is an online class. You refer it by your convenience. Draw all the model question paper, whatever we send in the WhatsApp group. So try to solve it. In their questions only, they appear in your exam. So do well in exams. Okay, I will go with the next one now. The next part is the next part is 4 marks form. In the 4 marks, what happens? One question, 47th, 46th is the main point. 46 is clear now. Now I will go with the 47. Either two, or the LPP problem or the integration, you will get 6 marks. The integration is having on the properties, as you know, P0, P1, P2, P3 up to P7. You have to solve it and go with finding the value of that integration. For solving this property, you will get 4 marks, and solving that problem is will get 2 marks. Next, the 47th question is having one is based on matrices, as you know how to find out the inverse of the matrix, and another question is on the continuity. Okay, continuity and differentiability chapter, you know. In that, the fourth question means 4 marks question is based on the continuity itself. They will ask find the value of k or find the value of a and b. Both are fixed one. So always in the 4 marks they will ask find the value of k, but in this question paper they ask find the value of a and b. Both question I will solve now, means by the continuity or by the matrices method. So now I will go with the first question now. Okay, the first question is 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2 is there, and the satisfying equation they are given. That one also you have to prove, because that carries the 2 marks. Using this matrix equation itself, you have to find out the another one is A inverse. So therefore, the matrix is now, I will solve the first matrix from A. They are given as 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2, and the satisfying equation is a square minus 4a plus I is equal to 0. They are given, and also you have to find out the inverse of the matrix now. So now 2 3 1 2 they are given. So here a square they are given. So therefore you have to find out a square first. Means, as you know, a dot a means a into a comes as a square. So therefore, as you know, the method of matrix multiplication, so don't multiply the elements, go with the multiplication of row into column. So take first matrix in the row wise and second matrix in the column wise. The first one is now 2 into first row first column. Next multiply first row second column. Next go with the second row first column. Next go with the second row second column. 2 2s sorry. Now 2 2s are 4. Next 3 1s are 3. First row first column element multiplication is completed now. Next first row second column now. 2 3s are 6. Next 3 2s are 6 now. First row second column is completed. Next second row first column, 1 2s are 2 1s are 2. Next second row second column now, 1 3s are 3, 2 2s are 4. So value comes 7 12 4 7 again. This is the a square matrix, and you know minus 4a. So first write down the LHS part, that is a square minus 4a plus I, and you have to prove the RHS one now. A square you already got. A square value is 7 12 and 4 7. Next you have to multiply 4 into, that is scalar multiplication. 4 into a is there. 4 you have to multiply with the a matrix now. 4 into 2. 4 into 2 is 8 here. 4 into 3 is 12 here. 4 into 1 is 4. Again 4 into 2 is 8. That is the minus 4a. Minus will be outside, and 4 is multiplying the a matrix, and I is there. As you know, I is nothing but 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1. By adding and subtraction of the matrix, you will get the 0 matrix. The 0 matrix is nothing but the 0 itself. So now 7 is there, minus 8 is there, plus 1 is there. So first element, first row first column element you have to add and subtract. Next 12 minus 12, then that one is 0 here. Next 4 minus 4, again 0 is here. 7 minus 8 plus 1 is there. So automatically when you find the values, all values are become 0 here. When all elements are 0 and it is a square matrix, means that is mentioned it as 0 matrix. Okay, so this one will get 2 marks. By taking the same equation, you have to find out the inverse of the matrix now. The inverse of the matrix, how you have to identify, means by considering the same a square minus 4a minus 4a, wait, a square minus 4a plus I is there. For that whole equation you have to multiply with a inverse itself. When you multiply with a inverse, then automatically what happens, you can find the a inverse now. A square into a inverse becomes a raised to 2 raised to a raised to minus 1 becomes a raised to 1 itself. Next a raised to 1. A into a inverse becomes a square into a raised to minus 1 becomes a raised to plus 1. A raised to plus 1, a raised to minus 1 becomes a raised to 0. But we have mentioned it as identity matrix. So this is nothing but a into a inverse becomes identity matrix. Next, identity matrix is multiplying the a inverse, means automatically that is a inverse itself. So now you have to find the a inverse now. Take minus 4i in the RHS side, that becomes plus 4i, plus a becomes minus a. So now you have to find out the a inverse now. 4i is here, I is nothing but 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1. Next minus a is there, a is nothing but 2 3 1 2. So now the 4 0 0 1 is here, 0 4 is there, then that one you have to subtract with the 2 3 1 2 now. 2 3 1 2. So automatically we'll get the A inverse matrix. So 4 minus 2 is 2, 0 minus 3 is minus 3, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 4 minus 2 becomes 2. So this is called as inverse of the matrix. Don't go with the A inverse as adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. This is another method. Okay, by that also you can find the inverse, but by satisfying this equation you have to find out the inverse. This is the correct method. So go with this method and you will get automatically the 4 marks. Okay, so this is the first one in the 4 marks part E. First I will end with the part E, then we will go with the part D, 5 marks question. Another one, as you are seeing, find the value of k in the function of are you seeing the problem now? Function of x is kx plus 1. One function is kx plus 1 if x is less than or equal to pi is there. Another function is cos x if x is greater than or equal to pi is there. Here the function is already continuous. At x equal to pi itself you have to find the value of k now. So now I will go with this question. The function they are given as 1 is kx plus 1 where x is greater than or equal to pi is there. Next one is cos x when x is less than or equal to pi is there, where x is equal to pi, where for x equal to pi the function is continuous. When it is continuous, then only we can take the LHS equal to RHS. Then only that limit is exist. If the limit is exist, the function is called as continuous function. Okay. So now I will consider the LHL part and RHL part. I will equate LHL equal to RHL because the function is already continuous. By that only we can find the continuous function. The LHL part is the limit for the function of x, where x tends to pi they are given, but pi you have to mention it as minus. When pi minus is there means that is the LHL part. Same way the limit for the function of x, when x tends to pi is there, pi plus means that is the RHL part. So now I will consider the limit for the function of x. The LHL part means x is less than pi is cos x itself, where x tends to pi you have to write. Next RHL part is x is greater than equal to kx plus 1 is there, then again you have to consider x equal to pi itself. Now substitute the pi in the function of x, so cos pi will comes. Again in the RHS part x is nothing but pi now, k pi plus 1 comes. You have to find out the k value now. Cos pi value you have to know. Cos pi means cos 180. Cos 180 means if a cos 0 is plus 1 means here it is a 90 degree. So automatically pi comes in the left side. If you go with the anti-clockwise direction angles, the pi comes here. So automatically cos pi value becomes minus 1 because right side plus 1 comes means left side minus 1. So automatically cos pi value is minus 1 now. So cos pi plus 1. Take plus 1 in the LHS side. So automatically minus 1 is equal to k pi now. So k becomes minus 2 by pi. So the value of k becomes what? Minus 2 by pi. Understood? So this way you can also find the 4 marks in the continuity also. Which one is easiest for you? Go with that. If it is a matrix part, you can find the inverse of the matrix. If it is a continuity part, you can find the k value. So this way you can get the 10 marks in the party itself. Okay. Next, I will go with the part E now. Are you seeing the part D now? Part D is one question is fixed in the part D. The 39th question in the relation function itself, they will give the function of R to R means real to real number. One function they will give, that may be the linear equation, or that may be polynomial function or quadratic function. Here you have to identify that the function is whether 1 onto or bijective. Justify your answer. Justify your answer means by that one the function is 1 on or onto, or it may be bijective. If it is bijective, then only you can find the inverse of the function itself. So therefore they will give one question on the relation function. The second question in the matrix, as you know, the dash means transpose of the matrix. Here they are given the two matrix now. One is 3 into 1 matrix they are given, here 1 into 3 matrix they are given. By using that, AB whole dash is equal to B dash into A dash. That is called as a De Morgan's theorem. So the question will be in the matrix part. The third question in the determinant parts. Determinant parts means, as you know the system of linear equation, the three equation they will give by three variables, by the three equation, by the matrix method. You have to find out the values of x, y and z values. So first you have to write the linear equation in the matrix form, then you can find the A inverse. If you find the A inverse, then you can find the A inverse into B is nothing but X matrix. In the X matrix you will get the X, Y, Z value variables. Okay, that is a fixed question here. And 42 question having in the second order derivative. One y function they will give, show that may having dy by dx means first order, d square y by dx square means second order is equal to 0 they are given. So therefore you have to find out both the y1 and means dy by dx and second order derivative you have to find out. Next 43 question is having on the integration part. As you know, the integration part, by the solving this one and solving the question you will get the 5 marks. The one out of 9 question you have to answer any 4 here. One is the relation function is easy, matrix is also easy. Next determinants part is also easy. If you know the differentiation, you will get another question. 4 marks itself is easy here. Another one is by the integration, and the 44 question is in the application of integration part. As you know, the two standard area of the curve formula, that is ellipse, or that may ask for 5 marks area of circle. So here they are asking ellipse, area of the ellipse. One question is fixed in the application of integration. And the last one is find the general solution of the differential equation. The general equation they are given, as I already told you, for the 5 marks in the differential equation, that is the fixed. There are two methods are there. One is separable variable method, another one is linear differential equation method. So this one is in the linear differential equation method itself. So then only then you can find the general solution. Okay. So this 9 question, out of 9 question you have to answer any 4 here. So therefore I will go with the first 2 question or first 3 question. Tomorrow I will solve another more question on 3 marks and 2 marks. Okay. First I will go with the relation and function part. The function is here 1 plus x square, where there the function is 1 on or onto. The function is here r to r they are given. So that one I will solve now. Part D olaga first question, 39th question I will solve now. The function of x they are given as 1 plus x square, the function is here R to R is there, means domain is also real number, range is also real number. By considering that, you have to find out the function is whether 1 1 or on 2. So now I will consider f of x1 now. So automatically that becomes 1 plus x1 whole square, and the second one is f of x2 here. x1 square is there, f of x1 comes, if f of x2 is there, 1 plus x2 whole square. In the 1 1 function, what happens if f of x1 is equal to f of x2 comes, means automatically the x1 equal to x2 comes, means it is having a different pre-image and image itself, so automatically that becomes a 1 1 function. But now here 1 plus x1 square is equal to 1 plus x2 square comes, so when you cancel it, x1 square becomes x2 square now. But what happens, there are two values here, one is x1 is equal to x2 comes, another one is x1 is equal to minus x2 comes, okay. Whether this, by using this, whether the function is 1 1 or on to now. If you don't know, we can substitute the real number now. I will take one example. If x is minus 1, for the two pre-images, that range is 1 is image itself. So therefore, if 1 is minus 1 square, so automatically answer is 2 here. If second one is plus 1, if you consider x2, the answer is 2 here. By the two pre-images, only the image is 1 itself, so therefore the function is now, so this is not possible. If only one image is there for the pre-images, then only that is a 1 1 function. Now by considering this one is, that is a not 1 1 function now. It is not 1 1 function. For if they ask justify your answer, means you can give the example. If x is minus 1, if x is plus 1, so automatically 1 plus minus 1 square becomes 2, 1 plus 1 square becomes 2 itself. So therefore, for the two pre-images, only one image is there, so therefore that is not a 1 1 function now. Next, again by considering y is equal to now, y is equal to 1 plus x square is there. To find the onto function, again you have to consider the same function. Next, make it instead of y is equal to function of x, you have to change it as x is a function of y now. X is a function of y. Reverse you have to consider. So now automatically y minus 1 becomes x square. Automatically x becomes y minus 1 now. Y minus 1. If the range is also a real number, domain comes also a real number. But what happens when y is greater than 1, when y is greater than 1 or equal to 1, when y is greater than 1 or equal to 1, the x becomes a real number now. X belongs to real number. But when y is less than 1, when y is less than 1, if I consider y 0 now, so automatically x comes as root minus 1. If I consider y minus 2, so automatically x comes as minus 3. So therefore x is not belongs to the real number now. So therefore the whole function is now for all real number, again it comes a real number itself. So therefore this is not belongs to a real number now. So therefore the function is also not onto now. If the function is not 1 1, the function is not onto, means the function is also not bijective function. Not a bijective function. So this way you can justify your answer with 1 1 and onto with an example you can verify it. Okay, this is the first question in the part D. Okay, that is a 39th question. Next I will go with the 40th question now. The 40th question is on the matrix itself. So here they are mentioned the two matrices now. One is 3 into 1 matrix, another one is 1 into 3 matrix. Here you have to verify the De Morgan's theorem, that is AB whole dash is equal to B dash into A dash. So now that one I will solve now. The two matrices they are given, one is minus 2, 4, 5 is one matrix. The matrix they are given as 1, 3, minus 6. By considering this one, you have to find out the AB whole dash is equal to B dash into A dash, De Morgan's theorem. So therefore, first we have to find out the LHS part. If the LHS part is equal to RHS part, automatically that will be proved. Okay. So now first I will find the AB now. AB is nothing but what? Minus 2, 4, 5 is 1 is 3 into 1 matrix. And you have to multiply with what? B matrix now. The B matrix is having 1, 3, minus 6 now. Means 3 into 1 into 3 order is there. 1 row, 3 columns. 3 row, 1 column. So consider the matrix multiplication now. What? Row into column. So if first matrix is 3 into 1, second matrix is 1 into 3, so automatically the AB order becomes 3 into 3 matrix. That one you have to know. So means first row, first column element is minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 into 1 means minus 2 into 1 means minus 2. Minus 2 into 3 becomes minus 6. Minus 2 into minus 6 plus 12. First row, all 3 columns are completed now. Next, consider second row and 3 columns now. 4 ones are 4. 4 into 3 is 12. 4 into minus 4 is minus 24. Next, third row, 3 columns now. 5 ones are 5. 5 threes are 15. 5 into minus 6 is 30 now. So this is the AB only, not the AB whole dash. But the LHS comes now. LHS is they are given as AB whole dash now. AB whole dash is nothing but transposing the row into column and column into rows. Automatically that is the transpose of the matrix. The first row is minus 2, minus 6, 12 now. First row becomes first column. Second row means 4, 12, minus 24 now. Third one is 5, 15, minus 30 is the third column now. So this is the LHS part now. Next, you have to find out the RHS part now. RHS part, before finding the RHS part, you have to find the B dash into A dash. B becomes B dash, means transpose of the B matrix is 1, 3, minus 6, first row is there. Automatically that becomes my first column. And here the A they are given, A dash becomes what? One column matrix they are given, automatically row matrix it comes. Minus 2, 4, 5 is the A dash. So now considering the RHS part now, RHS part is B dash into A dash is there. B dash is now 1, 3, minus 6. And A dash we are finding that is minus 2, 4, 5. Okay. Now considering that, you have to find out the RHS part now. Again it is having 3 into 1 and 1 into 3 order. Again you have to go with the matrix multiplication now. The matrix multiplication is nothing but first row, first column, second column, third column, that is the first row. Consider the second row, again you have to multiply all columns, and third row consider all columns. So 1 into minus 2 is minus 2, 1 into 4 is 4 here, 1 into 5 is 5 here. Next, take the second row and all 3 columns. 3 into minus 6 minus 2 is minus 6, 3 4s are 12, 3 into 5 is 15 now. Next, third row, all 3 columns now. Again 12 here, minus into minus is plus, 6 2s are 12, minus 6 into 4, minus 6 into 5. If the LHS part is equal to RHS part, so refer both the values here. The LHS part and RHS part are same matrix, same elements. So therefore the De Morgan's theorem is proved. LHS is equal to RHS. Understood the concept? ಭಾಳ ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ. ದೇ ಮೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಡಿ ಮೋರ್ಗನ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಆರ್ distributive law. Either these two they may ask in the matrix concept. Okay. The next part I will go with the system of linear equation. Okay. In the system of linear equation, they will always give the three equation linear equation. One is x minus y plus 2z is equal to 1, they are given. Second one is 2y minus 3z equal to 1 is there, means x is no there, x is no not mentioned here, so means you have to consider it as 0x. Third equation is 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 2, they are given. Okay. So now I will consider these three equations now. By considering these three equations, I will solve the last one. Okay. First one is x minus y plus 2z is equal to 1, they are given. Second one is 2y minus 3z is equal to 1, they are given. The third one is wait a moment. Third equation is 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 2. Okay. So first of all, you have to write the same thing in the matrix order. So automatically what happens? 1 minus 1 2 0 2 minus 3 3 minus 2 4. This is the what? A matrix. You can mention it as A matrix. Then you have to mention x, y, z, that is a X matrix, is equal to whatever RHS part are there, you have to mention it as a B matrix. No. This is a fixed question, only numbers will be changes here. The concept is same, the method is same, that is called as the matrix method. Okay. So now you have to find out x is equal to A inverse into B. A inverse into B you have to find out. So to find out the A inverse, first find out the cofactor of individual elements. The cofactor of individual elements you have to find out, that is a cofactor of A11. Cofactor of A11 is nothing but capital A11. Cofactor of A12, cofactor of A13. This is nothing but first row cofactors. The sign of the first row is always plus minus plus. If it is plus minus plus, second row is minus plus minus, third row is again plus minus plus. Taking the sign of the individual element, you have to find out the cofactors now. So the one cofactor becomes now one cofactor. First row, first column element cofactor is 2 4s are 8, minus is there, but minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6. So 8 minus 6 becomes 2. The second one now, second cofactor means A12 cofactor, that is A12 first row second column element cofactor. You have to eliminate the first row and second column. 0 into 4 is 0 here, minus 3 into minus 3 is minus 9, but minus of minus becomes plus 9, but plus 9 into again minus c is minus 9 itself. Second cofactor a12. Next a13. Now first row third column element you have to find out. Means first row third column you have to eliminate. 0 into minus 2 is 0, minus 6, so answer is minus 6 itself. So first row cofactors we are finding now. The same concept you have to find out the a21, a22, a23. So try to write in the column wise, because it is easy to find the adjoint of A. So therefore first consider in the column wise itself. That may be row elements, you have to find out the column cofactors. So now I am finding the second row cofactors now. The 0 cofactor becomes now. So mention the sign minus plus minus now. The cofactor of 0 now. Eliminate the second row and first column. Minus 1 into 4 is minus 4. Next one is minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Minus of minus becomes plus 4. Minus of minus 4, because middle minus is there, so automatically 0 0 is the cofactor now. Next middle one, second row second column element. 1 into 4 is 4. 1 into 4 is 4. 3 into 2 is 6, but minus 6. Answer is minus 2 now. Cofactor of a22. Next cofactor of minus 3 now. Second row third column element. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2 here. Next 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. Minus of minus is plus 3 now. Automatically answer is 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 into minus is minus 1 itself. That is the second row cofactors now. So again find out the third row cofactors now. That is a31, a32 and a33 now. Third row cofactors now. So consider the cofactor of 3 here. So eliminate the third row and first column. Minus 1 into minus 3 is plus 3. Next 2 into 2 is minus 4 here. So answer is minus 1 here. Understood? Again the cofactor of third row second column means minus 2. 1 into minus 3 is minus 3. Next 0 into 2 is 0 here, so answer is 0 here. Minus 3 into minus becomes plus 3 itself. Next last one is 4 here. Eliminate the first row and third row and third column. 1 into 2 is 2 here. Next one is 0. Answer is 2 here. By taking this one only, you can also find out the determinant of A, because A11 plus A12, A13, capital A13, any one row or any one column element and cofactor, if you sum it, automatically will get the determinant of A. Okay. So A11 is nothing but 1. Capital A11 is nothing but 2. Small a11 is nothing but element of the A matrix, first row first column matrix, first row first column element. Same way this one and cofactor of a11 you have to multiply. Plus a12 is minus 1, capital A12 is minus 9, a13 is 2, capital A13 is minus 6 here. So automatically answer are 2, 9 ones are 9, minus into minus plus, and the 2 6s are minus 12. If you add 2, 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 minus 12 becomes minus 1. So answer is plus 11 minus 12 is minus 1. That is the determinant of A. Now what we mentioned, you have to find out the inverse of the matrix with the B matrix. You have to multiply with inverse of the matrix with the B matrix. So inverse of the matrix is nothing but adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Okay. So already we are finding the cofactors of all bends. Automatically A inverse comes as. So directly I will mention now. X matrix now, A inverse into B now. So A inverse I will write directly, because minus 1 you have to divide. The first row is 2, minus 9, minus 6 is there. Next, second column is 0, minus 2, minus 1 is there. Third column, minus 1, 3, 2 is there. And you have to divide it minus 1, because the determinant of A is minus 1 here. Means minus 1 you have to multiply. And again B matrix is nothing but 1, 1, 2. Minus will be outside as it is. Next, 2 into 1 is 2, 0 as it is, minus 1 into 2 becomes minus 2. The first one is 2 minus 2 comes. Second one is minus 9 into 1 is minus 9, minus 2. Next, 3 2s are 6. Third one is third row, first column, minus 6, minus 1 plus 4. Automatically answer is minus as it is. 2 minus 2 is 0. Minus 11 plus 6 becomes minus 5. Next, minus 7 nolaga, minus 7 plus 4 becomes minus 3. So when you multiply minus, so automatically that comes 0, 5, 3. Means x value is 0, y value is 5, z value is 3. So this way you have to find out the x, y, z value. This is called as the matrix method. Understood the concept? If you have any doubts, then we discuss in the next class. Okay, this is enough now. Tomorrow I will again go with 5 marks, 3 marks and 2 marks question. Okay, thank you.